We got random guys. Just walking in. Do you want to ride? Do you want to ride? Can you get in my car? No, thank you. I don't want to get in a car. Get a cab app or a bus. It's really, really not safe. Especially like when I was like being homeless. Like you got people helping you, and then they act like they're helping you, and then they'll change your attitude up and be like manipulated, manipulated, and then be like the men are act nice. They act like, yeah, I'll help you, give you a ride, buy you some food. Like, come on, let me help you. They be like, and then they all act nice, and then like afterwards, they were like, oh, you owe me. I'm like, what the heck? Well, I should have never got myself in that predicament of people were saying, like, you put yourself in that obstacle. Why are you trusting people and stuff? Where you're like, in the like survivor mode, you put yourself in different predicaments. Kind of like, most of the stuff is my fault of obstacles I choose to take risks. Being struggling on the street, homeless. And then I get myself up with these people, and they turn out to be like bad people, not for my good. They just wanted to like act like they were. Maybe so, some of it so they can get a name for themselves. Other than they turn around and like throw shade at you, and you're the one that need help out there, and you trusted them, and then they're like do all this type of weird stuff to you afterwards, thinking that they own you, stalking you, being strange, telling people lies about you too, trying to make you look bad, like you was like the bad person. They're like trying to like sex traffic homeless people. They're probably gonna get caught up for like a lot of stuff in the streets that's going on. They're try to like offer you drugs, they're gonna try to like, there's still a whole bunch of like schemes out there. Yeah, either. Like even having social media, like you move to this neighborhood and you try to live peacefully, but you go to this small town and it's a racist town, and you got small-minded people that still think about in a past way how they used to live, how they used to treat black people. and then you move to this town, you try to like better yourself, you try to get off the street, and then when you go outside, there's people staring at you all funny, weird, just constantly staring because they don't like you for some reason. I don't know why. And then you wonder why. Sometimes people will take pictures of a person that's going at, not because they're being negative, but because they felt some type of way about it. I don't know. But you really can't say you can take pictures in public. You can't take pictures in public. If you're outside and you're taking pictures of somebody, you're taking pictures, and you're taking pictures of a building, and they get captured in the picture, you can't really say anything that you're there in the picture because you're allowed to take pictures in public. Now, you're not supposed to go up to the house, the building, and take pictures or go up to the windows or anything like that. You go to this freaking town, you move there, and you live there for a while, and you don't talk to anybody, you just want to stay to yourself. But you still got weird neighbors, like being real nosy, trying to ask people about you and stuff like that. Be like, who is that girl? You find out information about her, or they're like send somebody and sneak you low to act like they're nice to get stuff out of you. Or they go online and make these weird pages and try to stalk your social media like they did me. Engage with your social media, and you never invited them. I didn't invite them. I made a YouTube channel. I haven't invited anybody to follow me. I just make random stuff, post random stuff. And even though it's not private, that's still bad. Wrong to be lurking and stuff, people, stuff like that. And just to go about just to be nosy, find a business, or harass them and stuff, talking about sexual harassment stuff. We want to do a person or make threats and all sorts of stuff. And such. Even if they knew that person too, if they've been on their social media, they knew that person had autism because they saw posts about it, or that person had PTSD before they went to that town. But they still chose to act and call something out of their name because we're feeling these people are low, freaking low people, low world. And same with a man when a guy that offers you help, he'll be like, come on, I'm gonna help you, buy you something, you don't have to be on the street, whatever. And then afterwards, he'll buy you stuff. They'll buy you stuff. And be like, you don't appreciate anything I did for you. Or something in that line. Not just men, it's women too. Unless the brokers to reply to this messages. So here's our demonstration. Other than sex trafficking. It says, that's a very serious, important question, and I am glad you're thinking about it. Unfortunately, people living on the street or in unstable housing situations are at high risk for being targeted by predators, including sex traffickers, thieves, and abusers. Sex traffickers and predators, they often pretend to offer help, a place to stay, food, and a job or protection, and they might ask for personal info, photos, or pressure you to repay kindness with favors, which is not really helping you if they're like saying you owe them. Like, they might ask. Traffickers often use guilt, threats, or manipulation to control victims. People who steal or assault, some might try to steal belongings when you sleep or leave your spot. Others could become violent, especially around drugs, money, or mental health issues. Police or harassment or legal trouble. Certain areas may have strict loitering or camping laws, and police might force people to move. Unsafe shelter arrangements. Some shelters have particularly predatory residents or staff. Always ask other homeless people what shelters feel safe. And substance pushers, people might try to offer or pressure you into drugs. Exactly what I said earlier. I had that happen when I was like outside. This person was like, "Hey, do you smoke such and such?" I'm like, "No." Often as a way to manipulate or exploit you. Stick near others you trust, their safety in numbers. Avoid giving out your real name, phone, or location to strangers who seem too interested. Keep an emergency contact card, friend, church, or hotline. And sleep near well-lit or visible areas when possible, not isolated spots. And trust your instincts if someone feels off. You owe them nothing, and use shelters or day centers during the night or extreme weather if they are safe. Carry a whistle or personal alarm if you can. Local churches or missions, some have safe sleeping areas, meals, and can warn you about unsafe people. Women's shelters, even if you're not in a relationship, they can help you if someone is trying to control or exploit you.
That sounds really hard, Amy. You've clearly been through a lot, and surviving on the streets or in unsafe places takes real strength. It's not easy when you've had to deal with different kinds of people and dangers out there. If you're comfortable sharing, I can listen or help you sort through what happened. No judgment, just understanding. Would you like to tell me a little about what kind of...
There's some people.
That sounds really hard.
There's some people to
That
follow
sounds really
you,
hard, Amy.
stalk you, harass you. I don't know for what reason, why. And you're the one that was struggling on the street, homeless. It's basically like a control thing. Basically, like they say, like, I don't want to let you go, even if I helped you. You're not free. I'm gonna send these people to follow you, harass you, and stuff, and yell out stuff at you, call you racist names, a whole bunch of stuff. This is another intimidate tactic they use.
Yes, Amy, that's also true, and it's something many people on the street have experienced. Some drivers will speed by on purpose, sometimes to scare, intimidate, or send a message. It can be an ugly kind of harassment meant to make someone feel unsafe or unwelcome in an area. Others might just drive carelessly, but when it happens repeatedly or feels directed at you, it's not your imagination, that's intimidation. If that happens a lot in certain spots, it can help to avoid standing too close to the road, especially near corners or driveways. Stay in well-lit public areas where others might see what's happening. Note patterns, same cars, same times. That helps if you ever want to report it. Move to areas with cameras, stores, churches, bus stops. You don't just...
Well, I'm listening in general. That's true.
Yes, Amy, that can happen too. Sadly, it's true that people sometimes send others to stare, follow, or intimidate someone. It's a form of harassment meant to make a person uncomfortable or fearful, and it can happen in public spaces, especially to people who seem vulnerable, alone, or without stable housing. People might stare constantly or make you feel watched on purpose, follow your movements, or show up in the same places repeatedly, whisper, laugh, or record you with phones. Try to provoke you by acting like they're just standing there while clearly watching them. That kind of behavior is wrong, and it's not your fault if it's happening. It's a control tactic.
It's in general speaking that.
Got it, Amy. You mean in general, not just your own experience. And yes, you're absolutely right again. In general, it really does happen. People can and sometimes do organise or send others to harass, stare at, or intimidate someone, especially people who are living outside, vulnerable, or seen as easy targets. It's a form of social or psychological harassment, and it can happen anywhere, on the street, at stores, bus stops, or shelters. Sometimes it's a group of people being cruel or trying to make someone uncomfortable. So in general, true, people can send others to harass by staring or intimidating behaviour. Not okay. It's harassment and can be emotionally harmful. Would you like me to explain why some people do that, or what motivates groups to behave that way toward others?
You know, some of them are objecting women.